Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Deep Web, Dank Web, Dark Web Browsing, episode 21. I can't believe we have made it this far, but it has been an awesome run so far, and once again we spend our Sunday looking through some of the dark parts of the internet, the part that isn't readily accessible without specialized software, the part that isn't indexed. Now in the past we've discovered some pretty dank stuff, government conspiracies, Mouse, ghosts, an amount of videos, and, well, some really depraved shit. But, that being said, what are we going to find this week? I don't know. But let's look through the deep web, starting with our very first website, is Sibola Chan. I hope that cut worked out well. One of the big, actual mysteries about this is why I have a coffee cup from Minnesota, when clearly I've never been to Minnesota. I mean, Kyle's from fucking Minnesota. I have no idea why, but that is a unexplained mystery of this exact video series, possibly the whole channel, I have no idea. But this is Sibola Chan. Now, I've shown you guys the Cruel Alien Network, I've shown you guys a bunch of other stuff, but this, by far, is one of the most active forums on the deep web. Now, the hive of activity is sort of weird. There are some forums that are incredibly dead, and some forums that are, living with activity, and this is one of them. It gets updated quite a lot. Now, it's in the Spanish language. I have no idea how to read or write or understand Spanish, except for a few choice words, a few certain phrases. I mean, I can kind of get by if, certain things, but as a whole, I don't speak the language, so we're just going to look through this, and we're going to see what it really is. So this is Sibola Chan info. It has información, noticias, ayuda sobre CC. Hope I pronounced all that right. Then they got a bunch of temas. I guess these are groups. Boy, Amara's going to have a field day with my butchering of this language. This is B. Now, this might be recognizable for some people. This is a random board. You may have heard of it on 4chan/B. But this is random. Anybody can post anything anywhere here, they, whatever they want. Over here you have Inteligencia, which is intelligence. Now, as you see by the recent messages, I think that's what it is, Ultimo Mensajes, is Sony hacked documents 37 minutes ago. It's government secrecy, man. We also have erotica, which is material porno, erotico, etc. Day 18, plus 18, sorry. Apparently the moderators are moderators, and a guy named Ryan. That's interesting. Then you have conspiracy. So you have theories de la conspiración ovni, fenómenos paranormales. So that's probably paranormal. And then you got creepypastas here, man. Oh, we're going to have to check that section. Then you have carding, financial fraud, which, you see a whole lot of on deep web browsing, probably episode 1, where we looked at some carding sites where you could buy illegal credit cards, hacked credit cards, stolen PayPal accounts, that kind of stuff. Then you have technologia, which is, again, they're talking about Tor. They're also talking about hacking, phreaking, phishing, and, general telecommunications. Then you have mercados, which are people selling services. People are also selling products as well, as you can tell by your vendor productos y servicios. Hosting, iPhones, Hierba, whatever the fuck that is. Then you have Bolsa de which I have no idea what the fuck that is. Then you have Descargas, which is Juarez, cracks, series, películas, and that is, again, hacked material. And over here you have Musica, which is probably just music that's been stolen and sold over here. Now, it has about 36,649 registered members. Quite a far cry less than the pedophile network that we found. Holy shit. Well, that's something. So let's go look around some of the boards. So let's go see the creepypastas first, because I'm kind of interested in how that works. And let's also load up B and Intelligentsia and see what that is. Obviously, we're not going to load up erotica because we're on YouTube. And I don't think I'm really going to open up the carding sections because we've seen too much of that. We'll actually find a specialized website, if anything. So over here they have, okay, what the fuck is, alright, we're going to have to figure this out. You have 666 video. You got a video? What? What the fuck? Yeah, this is where you find the deep web videos on, like, the forums and all that kind of stuff. It's got, like, a Mega NZ. Ooh, that's interesting. I have never actually, wow. Okay. Let me connect to while that's connecting. They got a video over here. Interesting, something about repetición, comparte to his video. This is where the deep web video browsing comes from. So, yeah, if you ever wanted that question answered, there you go. You got the Grifter video, which actually, I know what the Grifter is. That is a creepypasta, but we're still going to download it. Yeah, download it through my browser. I know what the grifter is. It's actually a creepypasta, so, you know, you don't have to worry too much about that. Yeah, it's downloading. It's giving me the percentage changes. Then you have all these others. Then you have like varios, materials, exclusivos, depot. What's that? They got like 20 pages, man. It's like, oh my god, it's been visited 16,000 times, dude. I think you have somebody asking something's fake over here. Yeah, let me open up the Lost Aliens Exist. I think maybe aliens right there. Oh, what the fuck? What? Variatos material. Yeah, dude, download it. I don't care. Grifter video real? Yeah, save it. Yeah, just save it there. It's apparently real, so I don't know. We'll have to check it out some other episode. Or, because the creepypasta, I might just read the actual creepypasta and talk about it in there. That, and I need to make sure the file's actually safe to fucking open before I even expose even the virtual machine to it, because I don't really feel like going through all these installs. They're quite a waste of time. Okay, they have a bunch of these, like, actual, like, links to something. And I don't know what they're saying, first of all, so, you know, if you don't speak the Spanish language or in the same boat as me, we're just going off pictures and whatnot. So while that loads, we're going to skip that out, and we're going to actually, you know, I might look through, yeah, they got like 32 pages. We're not going to look through everything. They got Poro Faros Gente Suicide, I think. Then you have, what else do you have? Guerra Biologic, which I think is biological warfare. Alguien quiere el video de Daisy's. Okay, that we're definitely not fucking opening. For those of you who don't know what that video is, it's actually, you can tell the video tags over here. That is a very disgusting, depraved video, and we are not going anywhere near that on this channel, let me tell you, dude. They have Donde Encontrar Paginas Occultismo Satanic, satanic video rituals. What? Okay, maybe it might be one of the videos that the video that I already had downloaded, so I have no idea. And they got Blue Moons, Trafico. Ooh, what? Hold the fuck up. Blue Moon. Yeah, let me open that one up. Yeah, we'll have to see that next if it's even a real thing. Yeah, let me close that mega thing. As far as I know. They have like listed the link para Inciaris and Tor. So that's like got 52,000 vistas. Assassination to Justin Bieber? Oh my god. They apparently got like a link to it, so I don't know what the fuck Blue Moon is, but you know, I'm gonna have to download it here. Hopefully it's not something too bad. It's Trafico de... It's not a video, it's just human link trafficking, sorry. Well, it is going to be fucking bad, obviously. Yeah, they got, like, links over here, but this is stuff we've seen. This is stuff on, like, hidden wiki, so it's not that big of a deal. Well, apparently it's not loading up, so, yeah, we're pretty good. Oh, but they have some pictures out of here, too. We'll have to see that for a second. Close that. Oh my god, I have to create an account on here? Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know, dude. We'll probably Google it out throughout the deep web. We'll see what's being given. Let me close that. They got like a video over here, but there's no way to like download it. It's just like you give them the link and that's about it. Right, maybe if I had like a translator tool up attached to this, it would have helped. But I didn't come prepped with that. Now, the way some of this stuff works is the forum itself does not allow you to get like snuff pornography or, you know, really, really depraved shit, right? Because that's against forum rules, right? They have a code to follow. So some people get around that by just like saying, well, I'll give you the stuff if you give me an email link, right? So you go to a site where you make a Tor email account, which, you know, of course we've seen like Sigaint, we've seen Mail to Tor, and over there they'll send you snuff pornography. You know, if you so want it, you know, if people are willing to offer it for free. Some may charge you, but that's just how it works. Now, for the most part, is some of it bullshit? I don't know. But I'm not going to go out of my way to get snuff pornography or, God forbid, anything illegal, because, let's be honest here, we're here to browse the deep web, not commit illegal activities, so it's best to stay away from that. But this is where that shit kind of happened. It's easily available to get to. It took me like all of 2 fucking seconds to find it, really, this time. Normally I have to kind of, you know, dig through, like, you know, hyperlinks on other sites, but this was right out there, man. And if that, you know, here's some of the FBI files on Nikola Tesla. Holy shit. And they go, what the fuck? Information's anthrax? What? What the fuck? These are FBI files. Are these declassified? No. FBI file on Nikola Tesla. Open that with the document viewer. Holy fucking shit. Dude! Please fucking tell me the shit's declassified. Oh my god. No duplication fee for this page. Huh. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I think description of following file material. Nikola Tesla, 156 pages of IO 237. I don't know what that is. They got like references. Main investigative file. Oh shit! What the fuck? Dear Mr. Hoover. Oh, this is contacting J. Edgar. Oh my god. What? This expanded article is printed in the New York Times issue. If based on proven fact, should be of vital importance. Dude! This is legit leaked shit. That this is psychological operations? Electric warfare? What? PSYOP tactics? PSYOP planning manual? Hold on, we're gonna see this real quick. What do they got? They got files on Ariana Grande. Okay, now I have to fucking straight up censor the video because this is actually like nudes. Okay, all right. So aside from like actual info, I always hate it when a fucking video involves me doing this shit. Yeah, it's nudes. Apparently, this is a joint publication on psychological. All right. Apparently, there's Fed investigative files that we found on Nikola Tesla. Just backing away slowly. We're gone. Okay, just out the fucking door or the window. So one of the big things about the deep web that a lot of people don't actually mention in certain videos is how many books are available throughout here. Now, of course, I mentioned initially that the deep web is sort of a tool designed for you to fight against censorship and people tracking you down. Now, for those people who live in America, countries where we live in a democratic society, we have many rights available to us, UK and one. I'm not dogging on anyone, but, if you live in a country where censorship is the norm, they actually block certain books from being read, they actually block certain websites, and there's tracking run on their internet services. For example, again, when I went to the Middle East, when I went to parts in Asia, actually, the last area this ever actually really happened to me was, believe it or not, actually, it was India that it happened to me. And I don't think that was like a government-run thing. I think it was just some weird ISP shit. I have no idea. But one of the most prominent examples, again, is when I was in the Middle East. A lot of information on sort of the royal family and, big wigs in that country was actually blocked off and nobody could easily access it. There were certain books that you couldn't actually access, because they were either deemed to be blasphemous, or some people, consider those books to have really, really, really bad material for the government or religious practice or whatever was going on in the country. Over here is sites where they have 84,000 books, 84,000 plus books, so to speak, available for you to download, for you to read, for you to do anything. And over here they have a whole bunch of different topics. They have Roman, fantasy, fiction, general thriller, paranormal, general interest, Romania, mystery, English ebooks. Now again, I always tell you to buy your books, but if you live in a country where that's not possible and you really want to read a book, well, they have sites on here for you to read. Now they have a whole bunch of stuff. They have They have trafficking and prostitution del Don Emigrante, and then they got stuff like easy e-commerce using Laravel and Sprite, and they got a book called The Last Man by Vince Flynn. They got Easy Laravel 5, which I think is like a computer book or something like that. Now, if you look through the paranormal section, you do have a whole bunch of books that you can read. And I'm just looking if there's like any nudes over here that I'm sort of look for. They got Breeds 11, Jacob's Fate. They got like the Amityville Horrible, and you can download it, you can read it, you can do whatever the heck you want. I'm not going to do it because it would be a form of piracy, and I don't really deal with that. So, but over here, in certain places where you don't have access to books or information, the deep web is perfect because you can go over here, you can find your books if they're available. There are other larger libraries, by the way, that you can look for. In fact, one of the biggest ones I think is a Russian library with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of books. Now, this is just one small library you have over here. And again, some of these might not have latest releases, but they do have stuff that, may be considered controversial in certain parts of the world. For example, if you look around over here, they have like historical and whatnot, so you can look through around over here. They got like science fiction, mysteries and all that and good stuff. Teleportation accident, what the heck is that? And I think these are all full books, so you can download. So you got the Cryptonomicon by Neil Stephenson. I think that book may actually be banned somewhere. I don't know. It's very, very, it's kind of hitting me in the head in such a way. They got like books from 1945. They got books on computers, juvenile fiction, fantasy fiction, crimson thriller, romana, mystery, criminal, Roman, SF, suspense, romance, horror, erotic, general fiction, policier, crimi. Julie, I don't really know where we're going with this, but this is a book website that you can access and see, just what kind of material is available on the deep web, if you so choose. That being said, that was a showcase on something that wasn't really depraved and whatnot. It could be, I guess, if you go in certain one of these categories. It is a book website, and yeah, I mean, I guess this is depraved, trafficking and prostitution. That being said, let's go to the next page. What the fuck? Have you taken the time to let crypto into your life? Have you accepted DJB as your Lord and Savior? Yes, those who dwell in the house of elliptic curves shall be encrypted of all time. I don't know, man, but this guy's apparently the Jesus of the deep web. Holy fuck, man. Let us all be his disciples. Now, I want to know how many budding photographers we actually have on the people watching the video right now, because this is a site that I was actually a little hesitant to go to, because as you can tell, it's called BitTit. I thought maybe I was going to see a fuck ton of nudes, and I was like, well, what's the point of going to the site? Because I can't fucking, show you guys any of it. Why the fuck would I even bother wasting? I didn't want to see, nudes anytime soon. Wow, that came out completely wrong. What the fuck? No, okay, whatever. Okay, whatever, fuck. Okay, it's BitTit, alright? Now, as you can tell, looking at the actual site, there are no titties to be seen, unless, I guess, this cat, you can kind of zoom in if you pay to see the tits. But, no, it's actually a dog. Wow, I got that fucking wrong. But apparently, you can take a picture, right? And you can put it up on the site. And people can pay you Bitcoin. So you can get, a full frame picture of that, right? So over here, let's look at some of the pictures. They have crazy bugs eating my tomatoes. Acapulco Beach, Mexico. This is unnamed, but I can tell that's a fucking flower. Plastiras Lake, Greece, carp fishing. Temple of the Moon and Sun. And these are available for fractions of Bitcoins, by the way. It's probably not that expensive. They have herring, wren, fish, ladderfall in New England. They got a fucking dog staring at you like that. Holy shit. And then they got HDR from Korea. So here we got what the fuck? This guy's charging $300 something for this photograph of a bike in Korea? Get fuck off, man. That's expensive as shit. I got mouths to be. And this is a picture of a dog that somebody drew in MS Paint, and they're charging almost $100 something. I think more than $100. It's almost half a Bitcoin for fucking this picture. I can only assume people got, I don't even know, dude. They got Journey Through the Sunset, which I swear to God, that's a built-in fucking, picture on on Windows XP. I swear that's what it seems like. Then they got this kid with the snake on it. That's interesting. And as you look through, you've got, these kind of, you got mushrooms, you got cows in a meadow. All right. And some of these people are charging weird fucking prices for this. Me doing workout, maybe some NSFW later. Dude, what the fuck? That for that much? Get out of here, bro. What crazy girl having a party at a festival in Norway? Norway. Hovefestivalen. A pile of woods. Oh, that's cute. Animal. Oh, that's cute as fuck, man. Look at the fibers of the sweater as go. You know what, man? Some of the people here are really charging a high amount for some pretentious bullshit. Let me tell you that, man. Let me tell you that. 63.19 Bitcoin was actually paid out. That's interesting. Let me look at the cheapest option, because there's no fucking way I'm paying any price for this kind of shit. American flag in a snowstorm. Oh, okay. Eagle close-up. They got pictures of tablets. Okay. Fuck. What? Fuck the police? And that's a giraffe? What the fuck is up with the world? My cat's we meet again, Mr. Bond face. This is actually so cheap to the point where you can actually get these for free. Because I think at this point they've reached the maximum money they were charging. So you can get, like, a copy of this for free, like, fuck the policey with the giraffe. And I wonder if there's, like, there's safe for work, there's not safe for work, and then there's not safe for... What the fuck is WM? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to censor the fucking feed right now, and I'm going to see these, and I'm going to describe to you the best of my abilities to fuck. If you're over 18... Yeah, I'm over 18. Last time I checked. Dude, is that motherfucker shitting his pants and charging a fucking $300 amount for that? Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? Alright, here's like, okay, what the fuck is this? Dude, that is like the world's smallest fucking penis I have ever seen in my... What is this, publicly humiliating myself? Dude, he just has his dick out in public, and this guy stuck a fucking Wiimote next to his dick. But guess what? The Wiimote's bigger! And you wanna know the fucked part, too? He's charging $200 for the full image. You fuck off out of here, bro. That's bullshit. And the Wiimote's edited. He couldn't even, like, scale it down. It's photoshopped into the image. He couldn't even scale it down. So that his dick looks bigger. Oh my god, I love it. The honesty in here is so fucking great. Shoving a stick into my ass, my first anal. Oh my god. This is fucking masked, man. Oh god. Next site. So, welcome to our deep web video for today. Now this is something that I downloaded. It's about 1 minute and 53 seconds long. Now, I don't know what the hell's going to be in this. I have no idea what we're really looking at over here. Again, I download these. I run them through a simple render pass just to make sure, you know, they're up to the quality to be played back at the same sample rates and whatnot. But that being said, let's see what's on this deep web video today. So we're going to hit play and we're going to see what it is. Apparently it's Ghost Shadows. Help me was said. Oh, get ready for the classic 90s cinematography here. I think this is shot from a porno or something. Okay. That's a candle. Don't know what the fuck I'm really looking at over here. Of course, we're looking more onto that house. Again, the door. I think this is just one of those. Okay. This thing has its eyes cut out and replaced with fucking orange peels or some shit. I have no idea. What the fuck? Yeah, I think this is one of those fucking really edgy style deep web videos that somebody's trying. Okay, what the fuck? Nice, bro. You figured out the sepia filter. Cool. What the fuck? Feel like a screamer's gonna show up. I mean, are they just walking to the back of the... Okay, that's a weird sort of cut. What the hell was that? It was like a shot on somebody and then it just like dipped. Well, apparently that was a video. I want to see that last fucking shot. What was the last shot here? Apparently it was a shot of the couch with the remote on it and they just... Okay, you know what? You know what, man? Alright. Okay. Is the deep web just a haven for, like, art house fucking ghost movies and shit that were... I don't know what the hell that was about Ghost Shadows, but let's see right here, okay? It tried to be super fucking edgy. Alright, let me tell you. Let me give the edginess scale over here. It's probably 4 out of 10 on the edgy scale, because it was desperately fucking trying. So all we really had over here was the shot. Okay, we had, let's just do a fucking play-by-play John Madden style. So over here, we have the house with a nice little fucking flare effect. Congratulations on that front. It kind of looks like the Amityville house from over here. And then you go over here, you got this nice tracking shot on this this door. All right, and there's like a ghost that moves through it. And then you got this candle over here that's like showcased. And you got like this one fucking thing. I think that's like a fucking like I think that's some demon on a Ouija board. I can't fucking tell. Then you got this shot again. Like they're so fucking proud of this one shot. Okay, all right. Then they got this. It's the same couch shot at the end, except it's in a red filter. And then you got this, all right, nice doll, I guess. It's like cut out the eyes and shit, I guess. You know, really trying to be edgy. Then they got zoomed in because they're like, look at the hard work that we did. Okay? And then as they move on, they got like this shot over here. Then they got like this weird chin-chin sacrifice. And you got this doll with the red eyes. Okay, like this is going to fucking cause nightmares, okay? All right, and then over here you got this like blur effect. Because, you know, now it's like Cyclops from the X-Men. Okay, then you got this shit for it. Then they got the sepia tone. They got the same fucking shot of the house because they're so fucking proud of it. Okay, great shot, except now it's in the dark because you can tell the lighting changed. And so something in here, I can't tell what it fucking is. Then you got the shot of a lock on the door. And then, okay, you got this couch shot again, except it's in a negative filter. Okay, you know what, man? I swear to God, there's somebody that films this shit, edits it to look edgy, post it, and then you get this, man. Sometimes you come across deep web videos like the, you know, guy eating the fucking, you know, cereal and shit and crying, which is actually really fucking creepy. Then you got the one with that girl getting, like, you know, locked in that, I don't know, apparently in that area. I have no idea. Then you got this shit where it purposely tries to be as edgy as possible. I gotta say, the last edgy one we saw with, like, the fucking weird baby CGI and shit was actually better than this video. This was desperately reaching, but you know what? It kind of gave me some laughs. Shows that there are some people on the deep web trying to be really fucking art house. And, you know, I'm going to give you my critical review. It's not exactly spooking me out, but nice try. You get the cool points. That being said, man, let's go and check on some videos, bro. All right, so this is Beneath Virginia Tech. I don't know if I've shown you this site exactly before. I think I may have, like, mentioned it in passing, but I don't think I've ever shown you this one. But this is apparently a site entirely dedicated to like, fucking going through the steam tunnels in Virginia Tech, underneath it, actually, so to speak. Now, by the way, first of all, going into those tunnels is a fucking class 1 offense, misdemeanor in Virginia. It's against university policy, although the tunnels are not specifically mentioned and all that stuff. So let's go over here. Like many colleges, Virginia Tech has an extensive network of steam tunnels that run beneath much of the campus. These tunnels carry steam, electricity, telecommunication lines through the campus and support tech populations of over 30,000 students and 1,000 faculty. Oh, somebody's outside yelling. Oh. Holy fuck, they're pissed at each other. Let me close the window over here. Ooh, goddamn. Fucking people these days, man. Early in the morning and they're fighting already. Although these people pass by the grates and manholes that lead to the tunnels every day, few realize what lies beneath. I swear to God, this is getting SCP moments right here. The steam pipes in the tunnels originate at the power plant in the corner of the campus and connect to most of the buildings on campus. Water at the plant is heated into steam by either coal or natural gas and then used to turn a turbine to generate electricity. The steam then travels to each building where it is used for heating, cooking, sterilizing, autoclaving, I don't know what the hell that is, and more. While it's possible to directly bury steam lines, this is a great problem when repairs to steam lines need to be made and also means that the lines cannot be upgraded as easily. While there are some direct buried steam lines at Virginia Tech, most steam lines run through tunnels, which allows for easy repairs. I'm sure it's not even necessary to mention that people have been exploring Virginia Tech steam tunnels since they were built. This doesn't mean you should, though. Again, class 1 misdemeanor. This could even burst, which most likely will kill you, and that's enough. Some sections in particular have asbestos installations, which can cause all sort of lung problems. In short, do not attempt to enter. So it gives you a disclaimer. So don't fucking do it. Alright, which is what I say to everybody. Don't fucking do it. Okay? If you see any illegal action, don't. But, apparently they thought that it was kind of interesting for them to go underneath Virginia. I don't even know why this thing is a thing. Okay, but apparently, let's look through the dangers first. So, in the day, and let me open up the buildings, tunnels, and let me see trip logs. So apparently they got danger. It's not a game. Potentially dangerous situation. So apparently if you do it, you could be fined up to $2,500 or face up to 12 months in jail against university policy. And the police department will follow you into the tunnels if they see you entering them. Even if they don't, someone could call in a report and they could be waiting for you when you leave. Aside from the risk of someone seeing you, there's also an additional risk posed by the many security cameras that blanket the public area of the campus. So you got heat, exhaustion, or smoke. Right, that's one thing. Of course, if you're in a steam tunnel, you're going to get that shit. Burns, again, electrocution. They carry power lines. Don't touch or fuck with them. They're insulated, but you come across some that aren't. As long as you don't mess with them, they don't really pose a danger to you. They have asbestos. Apparently over here you should carry a respirator. Alright. And then they got death. Alright, that's a risk. Holy shit. A UVA student tragically fell into his death while exploring the roof of the locked physics building. His death was tragic, and it would pain me to hear about this happening here, so do not let this happen to you. Don't let your guard down. And then they got all this more, then they got more stuff. I see why, like, somebody had an interest doing it, and they made a site on the deep web so as not to get caught, but I still don't know why, browsing this is a thing. If you look through the tunnels, you have, like, photos that they took inside. It kind of looks a lot like SCP shit, man. They have, like, docs on here. So if you can see over here, they got, like, a bunch of details on that. I think they might have a couple more pictures. Let me see this. No, they don't. But let me see trip logs. So they've taken about 9 trips so far. D, Snipe, and Snipe's friend met up at 1 a.m. and headed off to Lane Stadium with the goal of reaching the top of one of the 2 lighted towers. And they got more and more and more and more and more stuff. If I click on one random one here, they don't have any photos, but they got just a general outline of what happened. So apparently this is a site dedicated to exploring steam tunnels underneath the Virginia Tech College campus. Again, I don't know why it's a fucking thing, but there's some weird shit you find on the deep web alongside government secrets. You also come across people dedicated to going under and checking steam tunnels. Now, don't fucking do it, because like the guy said, there's danger to it. All right, I don't want anybody to die because they decided to do that shit, and you could fucking face up to a year in prison. So, gauge this. Do you really want to see some steam tunnels with the potential risk of getting fucked by Bubba for 12 months? I don't know, dude. I mean, it's a pretty clear-cut case. I wouldn't do it. All right, because let me tell you, Bubba don't fuck around, okay? His idea of Netflix and chill is pretty fucking bad, okay? I mean, your asshole is going to be this big going into prison, and it's going to be the size of my fucking window when you come out. It's the next fucking site. So, before I end the video, I guess I'll give a little parting gift to, I don't know. So before I end the video, yeah, I don't know what I really came across here. Apparently this is yayponies.onion. I was on, like, a forum, right? And, like, there was, like, a whole, like, fucking section dedicated to finding this stuff. So apparently, that and, like, anime. So there was, like, a whole site with, like, fucking Naruto Shippuden. And then there was, like, One Piece. And then there was My Little Pony. And, like, there's, like, a fucking million Onion sites apparently dedicated to the shit. And sorry, not to say shit, but there's apparently, like, a million sites dedicated to, like, these 3 shows that actually have, like, the best fucking quality videos ever possibly founded on, like, the deep web and shit, right? On the web in general. So, like, obviously these are Onion sites. So, like, of course, like I told you, the Onion router is really fucking intense. Like, you can't really stream video over it. So I don't know where the fuck they really afford the bandwidth for it. But over here, some of these people are actually giving you 1080p links to these episodes. So for some reason, if Naruto, One Piece, and, like, My Little Pony is banned in your country of choice, well, you got the sites right over here, dude. They got fucking FAQs. They got, like, a chat with us section. They got fanworks, a twatter, some episodes, G1, G2. Oh, that's Generations, I think. Then they got, like, Japanese dubbed episodes. So if you're, like, a Japanese fucking fan, you got dubbed episodes for you, man. Usually, we always hunt for the other way around, but you guys got your options over here. They got, like, other downloads. What is this? We are not the same staff. See, they got, like, other ones, too, on here, too. They got, like, different staffs. They got, like, they got, like, fucking gangs for this shit, dude. It's kind of crazy. Over here, they got, like, commentaries. They got, like, lossless track. Dude, they got, like, all the shit. Now, downloading this is, again, illegal. It's piracy. But if for some reason shit's banned over there, they got, like, everything fucking My Little Pony over here. And, like, Naruto, they got everything for that motherfucker. They even got all the motherfucking filler episodes. They've got a shit ton of stuff for One Piece. So I guess if you're into any of these three or got, anything else in general, like if it's anime or cartoon related, they got that shit on over here. I guess some people may really bank on the anonymity. It may be banned somewhere, but I don't know. I really don't know why these three communities exist. To the extent that they do on the deep web. You expect like one or two sites for certain things. That's how it usually is. But, I don't really see a reason why this stuff is really banned. I don't think anyone bans My Little Pony, all right? Like, if you're fucking, if you're into the show, like, I don't think any country specifically goes out and targets them. It's fucking stupid as hell. But, yeah, they apparently got a whole bunch of, there's a big community on the deep web, so, pretty interesting stuff. If you're definitely a fan of this, I guess you got it over here. They even got a subtitle, they got fan works. They got other downloads before I actually end this out. Oh, no, it's this exact page. And it's My Little Pony, the Android game, offline copy of the Flash game. They got like commentary. Yeah, they got a whole bunch of stuff. So, that being said, this is the end of the Deep Web video for this week. We've seen some government secrets on Nikola Tesla. I've shown you a forum activated with places where you can find some really depraved shit, some really interesting stuff, and we've seen quite a fair bit of content. The video itself was, desperately trying to be edgy. And at the end of it, we ended with your anime and cartoon fix, if you so want to find them. If you're into that kind of stuff, well, the Deep Web is a wonderful place for you. That being said, this was this week's episode of Deep Web Browsing. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it, and man, I talk way too fucking much, dude. I should shut the fuck up sometimes. That being said, if you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. This is me, Mudahar, and I am out.